Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how to use Brevo for email marketing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the video. After signing up, this is the dashboard that we will see. So as you can see here, we have our information right here. And of course, we are greeted with a get started tutorial. So we will go ahead and do that. We will be creating our first contact, and then we can take a look at some campaigns as well afterwards. So on the left hand side panel, we are able to see the home dashboard that we have, the contacts, the campaigns, any automations, transactional, any conversations, any sales, and any meetings as well. And since this is an email marketing information, of course, the main thing that we would want to do is to fix our sender's information. So the sender's information will allow us or our subscribers to be able to uniquely identify who we are when we are sending our emails all throughout. To do that, we go into our profile settings on the top right, and then we go into senders and IP. And here we can take a look at some senders, domains, and dedicated IPs. These again will allow our users or our subscribers to be able to figure out or to be able to recognize us easily. Now let's go ahead and click on senders right here. And here is our senders information. As you can see here, we have our name and then we have our email as well. We can go ahead and edit this if we want to. So that's, again, it shows right here. And then we could also change our email as well. So once that we send an email, we are able to see who it's from our email information. If you want to add a different sender, we can just go ahead and create one right here. Of course, this can be anything, from any name that we have. And then we could also add in the email as well. Now what we're going to be doing is if we click on home, we will be adding our first contact right here. So going through this quite similar one. To do that, we need to go into contacts right here, and then we can either import a contacts right here or create a contact. So we can import contacts via some form of link, as you can see here. So if we have a .csv, a .xlsx, or a txt or a text file, you could do that, or you could copy and paste it from our XLS file. So as you can see here, all plans, including the free, are unlimited. So you can add unlimited number of contacts. So if we have a subscribers list already, we can go ahead and do that by passing a file itself. Now I'm gonna go ahead and exit this and just create a contact right here. So here are the things that we could do as a contact. So we could add a, the email address. So say for example, this one, and then we can just add a first name and last name. So let's just do this. Then you can also add the SMS information and the WhatsApp information if these are applicable, or if you know them. You can then add these into particular lists that we have, but if we are not sure where to add these lists, we can just leave this out. So we'll go ahead and click create right here, and then this contact should now be available. And let's go ahead and refresh this so that, as you can see here, we have the contact right here. So now we have two contacts which we can use and push in any campaigns or any newsletters that we want. Now earlier on, as I mentioned, if we want to specify which lists to put our subscribers or our contacts in, we can go ahead and do that by going into the lists right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, as you can see, we already have two folders in here. We have the marketing automation, and then we have your first folder. So within the your first folder, we have a first list, Okay, so be mindful that these are folders, and then within it are lists amongst themselves. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new folder, and then we will call this social. Let's just call it social. And now we have 3 folders and 2 lists. So we're gonna go on the social folder, and we're gonna add a new list. And then let's call this newsletter subscribers, and we're going to create an empty list. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our contacts in there. And as you can see, we have 0 contacts here because what's happening is this is automatically creating a filter into it. So it's looking for members within the newsletter subscribers list right here. And you can see no one is here. So all we have to do is click all contacts and then go into the name of the contact that we want to add. So I'm going to click on this and then add this to a list. So we go into social folder and then go down and then choose the newsletter subscribers list. Once we're happy with that, let's go ahead and click enter and then add. Now our contact right here is added to our list. So let's go ahead and load that list itself, social, and then newsletter subscribers. You can see this is one of our subscribed emails. And here we are. So we have an idea of the lists that we have. Now we're going to be taking a look at the segments page. So this allows us to generate people as a group or to search for people and categorize them based on, what they do or what they want for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a segment right here. And then it says here, you're looking for a group of people. So let's go ahead and add a filter. And we will look for, say, a first name, which has, the name, I don't know, how to, because this is the name that we had earlier on. Go ahead and click enter. You can see we have it right here. And then let's go ahead and save this segment. So this segment allows us to categorize people by our own personal filters if we want. And I'm not going to create this, but this allows us to essentially not just create them and put them into folders and lists, but have an entire search view of our full range of contact. Now let's go ahead and go into the landing page. So the landing pages, as you can see here, is only available as an upgrade. So we won't be talking about that now. Let's go ahead and go into the forms. Now forms are essentially what you think it is. It is literally just forms that allows us to capture details of our contacts so that when they want to add subscription or when they want to subscribe, they can go through it by going through this form. Or if they want to create an unsubscription form, say for example, when you unsubscribe something, sometimes you are put into a website and asked as to why, what could be the reasons for those. So this will allow us to be able to do all of those. And then we could also add a update profile form as well if we wanted to. Now we'll just take a look at one of those forms. So let's create a subscription form. We'll click on create new subscription on the top right. And then this is the forms that we would have. So there are 6 information that we would need from the contacts. So these are the setting up, the design, the list, settings, messages, and share. So let's go through each one. We just need to create a form and name. So let's say newsletter subscription form right here. And then we have some GDPR fields. So if we are working within UK and within Europe, then do make sure that you are aware of all of the legislations and information about taking data from people. Once that you're happy with that, just go ahead and tick this. Now we're going to go ahead and click next. And now we're going to essentially design our newsletter form. So as you can see here, we could create the build of itself. So this is the default information. So we have the newsletter. You could change that if you wanted to. We have the information on the email and a data privacy acceptance clause. And also we have this for Brevo marketing platform. So informing them that this is all being done through Brevo. And then of course we have our subscribe button. So all of these are all editable. So you can edit these if you wanted. So let's say we have here social newsletter right here. You could change that if you wanted. And then you could, add some more here. So everything is pretty much drag and drop. If you want to add image here, you can do so. If you want to create a divider there, you can go ahead. You could add some more fields as well. So you can add an attribute field of your own choice. If you want it, you can have a multi-list, a single choice, a checkbox as well. And you have a CAPTCHA one right here as well. So this will allow you to remove spams or any automated account creation to essentially prove that you are human and this is not being generated through AI. So you can add that if you wanted right there. Of course, you would need to add your CAPTCHA key right here and then add a secret key as well. So go ahead and do that if you would like. And I'm just going to remove this for now. And then you can switch between what it looks like for a desktop and mobile as well. So this is our newsletter right here. You could add and do some more additional things for each one if you wanted by changing the design as well. If you want to change the button layouts and the alert layouts, these are all in here. And once that you're happy with that, go ahead and click next. Now, on the lists section, of course, this will allow you to start categorizing your contact itself. So where would this contact of yours be added, or which list will they be on? And as we have added right here, we created this newsletter subscribers list within the social folder. So let's go ahead and add this one in, and then I will click next. Now on the confirmation itself, this will allow you to manage how its subscription is confirmed after the form is submitted. So again, if you want to do a subscription double confirmation email, you can go ahead and do that. There are some templates available. So say for example, once you've signed up, it would ask for some form of code or link to click to activate that. You can do that, or you can use a single confirmation email or no confirmation email. This is all entirely up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the default and then do a confirmation after clicking on the validation link. Now I'm gonna go ahead and click next right here. And then once that our subscription is confirmed, we have all of these information right here. So we could have a success message. Your subscription has been successful. If you want to edit this and make this more your style, go ahead and edit this. You could have some invalid user information message, error message, and an empty field message as well. Now once you're happy with that, let's go ahead and click next. And then finally, you can take a look at some shares. So how are you going to create this form, or where do you add this form? Well, you have the link right here. So if we click on preview your form, you should be able to see what this looks like. So this is the link. You can add in your email and then click agree and then click subscribe. Or you could add this as an embed into your website. So if you have WordPress, you can go ahead and use that by copying the HTML code and then pasting it over to your website. Or if you want to create a QR code into this, you can go ahead and do that as well. And once that you're happy with that, let's go ahead and click done. And there is your subscription form completed. Now that we have our subscription form all set up, let's go ahead and get the share itself and open this up. So let's try to add in an email right here. And as you can see here, we can enter your email to subscribe. So let's try that. Let's add this one, how to. There we are. And then click on the agree, and then we will subscribe. Here we are. So as you can see here, your subscription has been successful. Welcome. And what would have been useful is, if you recall, we added a double opt-in information where we wanted to send an email to our contact to click the link to activate or to accept to be added into the subscription. So if we take a look at our email and then let's go to promotions, it says here AI tools. So that is the name of, again, this we've added into our senders. And then if we click on this, as you can see here, we have AI tools, so that's the name. And then we have the email, so that is the sender's information. And then this is to confirm to subscribe to that list. So let's go ahead and click yes right here. And after we have clicked yes, we get this thank you for subscribing. So you have subscribed successfully. Now let's go ahead and go back to our contacts. And if we go to our newsletters list, you can see here it is. So we have managed to add that email into it right there, which is amazing. For the subscription itself, you can see we have added the email. So feel free to add that form or change that form so that we can get them information on last name, first name. And again, do bear in mind that we are keeping everything into GDPR standards as well. Now, last thing that we can take a look at within this contacts information is the settings itself. So these are just normal settings that you would have for the contacts information. So say, for example, on the contact attribute, if you recall, when we added a new contact, we would add information on the email, the last name, first name, and all the other things, and what kind of type is it in. This is not fully necessary for us, so let's just leave this as it is. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to be taking a look at some campaigns right here. So let's go ahead and click campaigns, and this is our campaign dashboard. As you can see, we have multiple information right here. We have the contacts, the total number of contacts. We have the opens. So opens basically allows us to check if these people who are getting these messages are opening our emails themselves. And clicks is essentially checking if they are clicking any of our emails. And then block list, of course, just gives us an information if these people are within the block lists list. Now, what kind of campaigns can we do? So we can do things in email, SMS, WhatsApp, web push, Facebook ads as well. So there are some templates here as well. So let's take a look at the first one. Say we want to create a campaign for an email. Let's go ahead and create an email campaign on the top right. And then you can take a look at, creating a regular email campaign or an A/B test. So this is an upgrade that you can take a look at. So if you want to do some A/B testing, say sending a campaign to version A set of people and version B set of people, and then you can take a look at how well the engagement is with that. Or you can go ahead and just create a regular. So say, for example, campaign name, let's say we have a best selling product, so we're promoting one, 50% of best selling book. That's the campaign. So let's go ahead and create that campaign right here. And as you can see, these are the information that we can add. So we can edit the from itself. So these are the senders, if you remember. So the AI Tuts is the company name. Then we have the email address as well. We're still happy with this, so let's just click cancel. We can then add the recipients that we want, so we can follow a segments, or we can follow a list that we have. So let's just go into social and let's select our subscribers, where we have 2 people waiting to be emailed to. So let's go ahead and click save with that, and then let's go ahead and add a subject line for this campaign. So as you can see here, this will give us a actual preview of this. So let's say let's create one. Don't miss out this 50% opportunity here, and then preview text. Our best selling book is booming, and we want to share this with you by halving our price. Here we are. Okay, so this is our preview text, as you can see here. So this is the subject line for this campaign. Let's go ahead and click save, and then we start to create our email content. So within the email content, there are some templates, which is amazing, because this will make it so much easier for you. So these can be a default template. You can sell a product, you can tell a story, register for an event, start from scratch, and then all of this. Or you can code your own. So this can be using a rich text editor or HTML editor. So if you're unfamiliar with using HTML, just go ahead with a normal text file right here. And then of course, if you have your own personal campaign, you can go ahead and do that. But what we will do is we will just take a look at some of these information right here. So I was trying to sell a book, so we can use this as a template. So we're trying to sell a product right here. We have the information right here already. So let's go ahead and move this. Now here is our email, or soon to be sent email. So of course we could add in all of the contents that we want. Everything is highly customizable. We can drag things once again if you wanted to add multiple logos, add our social stuff in if you wanted. So if you want to add a logo right here, you can go ahead and do that. Then all we need to do is add an image, change the background color if you wanted, and then take a look at some spacings as well right there and there, and here you are. So again, you can add your email right there. Of course, you would want to add all of the contents that you need in here before you send it out. Again, you can take a look at this as a mobile, or you can take a look at this as a desktop. You could also do a test email right here by clicking on this. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can do a test send. So let's say we want to send it to this recipient right here. Let's go ahead and test that so that they are the only ones who will get this itself. Now if we go into our email itself, you can see it is right here. So we managed to send this out. So we have this 50% off, and then of course we have this test saying that this is a test. So if you want to send this to one of your colleagues, you can go ahead and do that. So these are the information as well. So we've managed to generate this, and once we're happy with this, let's go ahead and save this and quit the design. And this is our email itself. And again, of course, you could add in some trackings into this, so you can do some Google Analytics in here. And of course, at the bottom here, this will just give you some more information that you could do into your email campaign itself. Now once we're happy with this, we can go ahead and schedule this, this, you can go ahead and send this out now. You can schedule for later. You can even send this at best time. So this will use, Brevo's information of when the best time or most optimal time to send this over. But this is again an upgraded feature, so we can go ahead and send this for later or send this now. Now, on the other campaigns that we can take a look at, we could create our first SMS. So once again, we could send messages to our contact people that we have. If we have their phone number, we can go ahead and do that. And it's the same kind of information here. So you would need the campaign name, the sender, and then the message itself, and then you can send a test. It's all the same as well for WhatsApp. So if you want to create a campaign for WhatsApp, you will add in your campaign name, what kind of marketing will it be, and then choose a language. So go ahead and test this out. And for a web push, again, this is sending notifications to your customers on desktop and mobile. So if you are using a website, you can go ahead and do all of those. And of course, at the end, you have some statistics as here, which is really nice because this will allow you to take a look at engagement from your contacts. So you could take a look at the total number you have sent, the total number of recipients, the total number who have opened that campaign. So this can be your email and all of that, the total numbers that has clicked on that campaign, and then unsubscribed, replied, and then soft and hard bounces as well. Now, do bear in mind that all of these information is just for the actual campaigns themselves. So for you to be able to see this, go ahead and test those out. Now we have the automations as well right here. I will not be going through this in this tutorial, but if you're curious or you want to see more tutorials on how to automate things in Brevo, then leave a comment down below and we will create this video for you. Now let's take a look at some transactional stuff right here. So this transactional lets you take a look at the overall information that we have. So these are all of the campaigns all added together, and also any tests that you have done. You can see them all here. So as you can see here, I have 3 events that has happened in the last 30 minutes. I have 3 things that's been delivered, 5 things that has been opened, and then 2 clicks as well. And here are the activities that you can see right here. So these are to do with confirming a subscription. So this was the form that we have generated, and you can literally take a look at all of the status themselves. So when was it sent, when was it delivered, when was it first opened, and then clicked as well. So those are all happening in real time. So if you want to take a look at your CRMs in real time, you can see all of these. Now within the statistics themselves, of course, it is almost similar, but it's all in a statistics side. Logging allows you to see everything as a whole log. So if you want to take a look at things in history, you can go ahead and do so. So those are within the email information. You can take a look at them in the SMS as well. So to do this, you would need to configure an SMS API. And if you're interested in learning how to do that as well, just leave a comment down below and we will get back into creating this video for you. Now, there are more things that you can do as well with Brevo. So if you have all connected your social medias all together and all of your contact informations and your websites, you can see all of those. So we have the conversations section right here, which we can create a bot here itself where you can generate a chat widget, an email, Facebook, Instagram, and all of this, so that you don't have to do all of this on your own. So here is an example right here. You can see a sample conversation and the information that we have as well from our contacts. We can take a look at some sales right here as well. So once you've created your first deal, you can see all of this here, and you can have finally some Brevo meetings as well. Well, there you go. So I have given you some information on how you can really optimize this Brevo for you. I hope that you have found this tutorial useful. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.